What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another video now. Today, former Arsenal player Paul Merson, who, when he talks, he often says very controversial things, but today he's saying something encouraging for Arsenal fans. He's urging our star striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to stay at Arsenal beyond this season. Now, he's quoted as saying that Aubameyang, it's easy to leave, but the grass isn't always greener on the other side, and that he's at an age, he turns 31 in June, and he said, you're at a stage of your career, you want to play every week, you want to enjoy your football, and that Paul Merson states if you're not going to Liverpool or Manchester City, then you're not really going to a club that guarantees you trophies. And says that if he was to go to somewhere like Manchester United, 4 or 5 bad games in, you're getting dropped. Now, look, I really, like what Paul Merson's trying to do, and I support it, and I hope sincerely that Aubameyang signs a new contract. But there are one or two flaws in this comment, what Paul Merson's making. Now, it's all right talking about Liverpool and Manchester City, but what about Real Madrid? What about Barcelona? So, they're the clubs that we have to really worry about, I think, in terms of Aubameyang's future. Now, I get his point, and he refers to the likes of Alexis Sanchez, saying that, he left thinking he could go somewhere else and things would be much better, and his career has quickly gone downhill. And he also points out some other former Arsenal players. I think he was talking about Nicolas Anelka, and saying, oh, look, sometimes stay at Arsenal, become a hero there. You'll probably win trophies, although maybe not the biggest of trophies, the Champions League and the League. But, Aubameyang is very comfortable at Arsenal. He says he loves it in London. He said he loves Arsenal, the club, and he has a great connection with the fans. It's down to the board. They have to show Aubameyang that they've got the ambition, that they will pay him what he deserves to stay at the club. Now, I think we're having problems because of Mesut Ozil's contract. Mesut Ozil earns £350,000 a week. He's one of the highest paid players in Europe. I don't know how he got that contract. It's beyond me. But I think that is making problems in terms of Aubameyang's contract. Now, what I think Arsenal should do is maybe offer Aubameyang a year where he gets maybe 200,000 a week, and then when Ozil leaves in a year, you can push that contract up to maybe 300,000, close to what Ozil was getting. And I think that would possibly convince Aubameyang to stay. The only other thing, you have to show him ambition. He's 31 in June. He wants to win trophies at the back end of his career. He may feel like Arsenal are not going to win enough trophies at this stage. If a team like Barcelona comes in for him, how many players can turn down Barcelona? That is the problem. We've just got to hope, because according to reports and Guillaume Balaguer, he's saying that Barcelona are looking for a younger striker. They're targeting Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan, the young Argentinian striker. But Aubameyang will be on the list somewhere, maybe as a backup plan. Now, we've got to hope that the Arsenal board finally show the right level of ambition and convince Aubameyang to stay, because I think we desperately need to build around him. You tell me a striker that can come in, that can replace his goals. Number one, who can we afford to buy? Number two, what top striker will want to come to Arsenal? And number three, how much are they going to cost? And, how much will we get for Aubameyang? With a year left on his contract, 31 in June, you'll be lucky to get 50 million for him. Now, 50 million does not get you many top strikers in Europe. So, a lot of people are saying let him go. A lot of people are saying keep him. For me, you have to do everything you can to keep him and convince him. And not only that, play him through the middle, in my opinion. Don't keep playing him on the left. Play Martinelli out wide. He looks a lot more suited to that, in my opinion. Or maybe go and buy a left winger in the summer. But for me, Arsenal have to keep Aubameyang. But encouraging from Merson to speak positively and encourage a player to stay. I think too many pundits sometimes are negative and they criticise Arsenal. Encourage players to stay at the club. So big up Merson on that one. I don't always agree with what he's got to say. Let's hope Aubameyang signs a new contract. If he was to go, who would you replace him with? Give me a realistic name. And in terms of his new contract, how would you shape it up if Arsenal are struggling to give him maybe 300,000 a week? For me, 220 grand a week for a year, and then push that up to 300 grand for the next 2 years. So I would give him a 3-year deal. Let me know what you would do. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, Big up everyone on Easter. I hope you have a good and safe Easter Sunday. Stay safe and stay blessed.